It's time for another edition of Dream Funders, delivered by Papa John. This time, a father and son have an idea that mixes a high-tech trend with old-school backpacks.
We are bringing you an invention that will revolutionize the way people carry an iPad and a backpack.
And a local woman who thinks she can make a lot of dough selling cakes and pies.
Doing what I like to do graciously and deliciously.
Will the funders bite on that idea? Find out right now on Dream Funders. I'm Melissa Fraser at the U of L College of Business with the show that matches big money with big ideas. And it's appropriate that our title sponsor for the show is Papa John's, because John Schnatter, as you know, started his worldwide business success story right here. And tonight, we're hoping to help launch another startup to success with the help of our panel of funders. Let's meet them. First, Tony Holland. He's a Louisville native known for his success in the tax service business. Now he helps manage a $4.5 million investment fund called Enterprise Angels, hoping to make dreams come true for Kentucky entrepreneurs. Phil Mason is here. He spent 40 years owning, operating, buying, and selling major companies, many based in Kentucky, ranging from modeling agencies to full-service hotels. We have Cindy Masters with us. Cindy is the CEO of DBS Interactive, a premier digital marketing and web development agency. She believes anyone who achieves success in life is obligated to share their knowledge, and that's part of why she's with us today. And finally, Marty McClellan is with us. He's the chairman of the Enterprise Angels funding team, while managing $280 million in accounts and hedge funds. The funders will hear pitches from two local entrepreneurs tonight, including Jaleesa Anderson, who hopes Tasty Cakes will bring her a taste of riches. But first, a dynamic duo of father and son with a big idea about the future of backpacks.
Hello, funders. I'm Ben Cerruti, and this is my father.
Hi, I'm Dave Cerruti.
We are bringing you an invention that will revolutionize the way people carry an iPad and a backpack. A few years ago, my high school went completely to iPads. Every student was issued one. I started to notice a few things. Kids were dropping their iPads in the hallways, leaving it behind in class. So I thought to myself, there had to be a better way to carry these things. And that's when I came up with the Pad Pouch. Not only is it a cool, hands-free, safe way to use it, it's also a cool way to use the display screen. As you can see, I'm a little hyped after the Cubs victory. But maybe I wanted to walk in with superhero logos flashing on my chest. Or maybe I wanted to show my U of L fandom and have a dunk from the national championship game. Or maybe I wanted to wear a Star Wars t-shirt. Forget that, how about the movie poster coming to life on my chest?
Yeah, so when Ben came home with that idea, I thought it was pretty good. My background's in IT consulting, and I knew that the fastest growing segment of iPad users were teens in the K-12 market. And that's due in large part because schools are ditching textbooks and going to iPads and a digital curriculum for everybody. So I thought the idea was pretty good, and we got started and developed a prototype.
And yes, and this is what we came up with. It's water resistant, it protects the device, and it's also detachable and turns into a case. We produced a few hundred of these and got a very positive response.
Yeah, so from there, we focused our attention on obtaining a patent. And just a few months ago, we moved from patent pending status to the actual award from the USPTO of a design patent. And we knew that was going to be a really important part of the process, so we used Wyatt, Tarrant, and Combs to do that patent work for us. And I know a lot of times patents can be easily innovated around, but the first to market in a technology wearable historically has been very valuable. And we feel like that's what this is, and that's where we are in the process. And so our next step is simply to license that up the ladder to an established industry player who already has market share and shelf space.
We have our targets, but we need a broker to license our patent. So, Dream Funders, who wants to come aboard and help revolutionize the way we carry an iPad and a backpack?
What do you think? Do these guys have it in the bag yet? Will any of our funders step up with any cash? Stay tuned, and we'll find out.
Louisville is full of organizations that can help you start and grow a business. Here is one of those groups that can help you live the dream. Who are you as an organization?
Hi, I'm Jennifer Rubenstein. I'm with the Louisville Independent Business Alliance. Our mission is to educate the public about why buying local is important. Two big reasons are these businesses are what keeps our town unique, hence the Keep Louisville Weird campaign. Also, economically, more money stays local when you spend it at a locally owned independent business.
What do you offer entrepreneurs?
We also offer networking opportunities to our members so they can connect. We also offer programming so you can learn a lot about how to grow your business. You can contact us by going to keeplouisvilleweird.com or emailing me, jennifer@keeplouisvilleweird.com.
This local organization wants to help you live the dream. To see a complete list of organizations, go to LouisvilleDreamFunders.com. Delivered to you by Papa John's.
Welcome back to Dream Funders. We're right here at the beautiful campus of the University of Louisville with the show that matches local entrepreneurs with investors. We've heard the pitch from Dave Cerruti and his son for an iPad-friendly backpack.
An invention that will revolutionize the way people carry an iPad and a backpack.
Let's see what our funders think about it.
And you do have a patent.
Yes, absolutely. We have the full awarded design patent, just came in a couple months ago. The patent part of that was between $10,000 and $15,000 to get the patent work done.
And what does the patent cover? Could anybody else do a iPad on the front, backpack in the back? Is that?
No, actually, it's a very generic, well-written original patent. And so it doesn't say things like must be held by a zipper or Velcro. It simply says, if you want a backpack with a tablet holder facing out, this covers that patent. So it's a very generic first-to-market design patent.
Now, Ben, let me ask you this question. It's been a real long time since I've been in high school. But when I was in high school, it wouldn't be too cool to wear that on my chest.
And right, when I walked into high school a couple of years ago, I was getting high fives. I was wearing my ID card that we had to wear, on my chest. And, people liked it. They bought some. And it was really cool how creative people got with it. When we had a big football game coming up, they would have pride stuff, for the school to get ready for it. So, I think I'm a cool person, and they went along with it, and it was really cool to see people's creativity with this.
Where did you go to school?
Providence High School in Clarksville, Indiana.
But you've just made a handful, or how many?
There's 300, and we sold about 300 of them, just kind of grassroots, local marketing. Ben sold some at school. We did have a kiosk in the mall for 2 months in the summer and sold some of them there. And basically, we always knew we weren't trying to produce a whole bunch of them and sell them. We just wanted to test it, make sure kids liked it, get their feedback. And like Ben said, it was really successful and had a really good response on a lot of levels. Expectations today for funding is that you would own 1/3 of that patent and 1/3 of all subsequent royalty that we get from any licensing deal.
And what are you asking for this?
This is $50,000 for 1/3 of equity ownership.
What mall were you in?
Mall St. Matthews.
After the 3 months at the mall, did you make enough money to pay your patent attorney?
Yes.
So you netted about $15,000?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So are you wearing this at school?
Yes, I've worn it to different events where I've actually, I've had games up and people come up and play games on my chest, stuff like that. If I have a presentation to do at visual aids, not a slideshow. I also have things going here, moving pictures and stuff to add visual aids. So whenever I feel it's necessary, I do use it.
How have you funded to this point?
Completely self-funded. It's just been our own personal savings. We just thought of it mainly for high school kids, but we've had folks talk to us about, advertising, autistic community for kids there. I had people come up and ask us about trade shows. They want their hands to be free, and it's almost like digital advertising and a digital billboard as they walk around trade shows with that. So we think there's a lot of applications out there, and we just want to get in front of a big manufacturer with that story.
Funders, it's time. You got to make a leap here.
Would you be interested in a loan if Cindy would come in with her partner company that would distribute this for you, and a loan would be $30,000 paid back within 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, I would like an equity share conversion of half of what I loaned you once it's paid back, but that's all contingent upon her company being able to distribute this for you. Would that be of some interest to you? I haven't decided on the interest rate yet, but it's going to be somewhere between 12 and 15%.
Do you fully understand what he's offering
You
you?
want to just split that? Want me to come in with you?
No. I'd rather, if you want to come in, I'd rather you put equity in it.
You loan and I put equity in.
But see, I'm out once they get paid back. But tell me.
I'll offer you his deal.
Which is a loan.
With 12 to 14% interest. When I get paid back, half of it converts to equity, to the value of equity.
How do we determine that value and percentage?
So you're saying at the current valuation, so the current valuation of the company is $150,000 they're asking for. So you would loan them 30, and then you'd want 15 of that on the back end to convert to 10% equity. That's what that math would work out to be.
Yes.
We would certainly be interested in entertaining those offers. Are there any other offers?
You know, I think it might be the kind of thing that breaks through, but I just have no feel for this kind of business, no help in the licensing arena. It's just not my cup of tea, so I'm out.
Yeah, I don't really get it either. I was probably a geek in high school, but I just don't see myself wearing it. But we do have a friend that's a friend of the show that has deep manufacturing and licensing that I'll be glad to hook up with. That it's going to be a valuable resource for you.
Great, thank you for that. So again, can we recap the offers?
Sure. The deal would be, first of all, you don't need the deal if I can't get my partner to be interested in distribution. But assuming that my partner's interested in distributing, then I will give you $30,000 as a loan, somewhere between 12 and 14% interest to be worked out. I would get 10% equity once the loan is paid off after 12 months.
And your offer, you would be...
Mine is pretty much, except I've won 15% of the company, and she doesn't have to participate in the loan. But it does take her
connections out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we could have both of you on board to have both connections, you're saying, then collectively?
Well, I think that I'd want more equity than 15% if I had to split it with somebody else. I'd like to have 20%. I'd like to have 15. I'd like to have 12% by myself, and then she tell you what she wants by herself.
I think I'll just take the exact same thing he's getting, and that way, it's simple math.
And what's the total amount of the loan?
24% equity for a 30% loan. Once the loan's paid off, then each of us would get 12% equity of ownership.
Can we have a minute just to talk about it?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
thanks.
I know. Well,
I was thinking about it.
It's a risk.
Yeah, so we would like to accept that offer, I think, and move forward and see if we can make some magic happen.
Terrific.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
What will our U of L business coaches think about that pitch? Let's find out right now. Here's Van Klaus and Suzanne Bergmeister.
Well, you know, Van, I think these guys did a lot of things right. They've got skin in the game. They put their own money to use getting that patent. They've got the issued patent. They've proven that the dogs are eating the dog food. And what that means is that customers are paying money for the 300 prototypes that they developed. They've sold all of them. So I think those are some good things that these first-time entrepreneurs have done.
Yeah. I agree. I like their enthusiasm. I like their energy. A couple of things I would like to have seen them clarify is the design of the backpack. It's currently a single strap backpack. I was wondering, do they have the rights to the double strap backpack? I think the deal also is a little bit confusing to the investors. There were lots of questions about the deal. I think if they could have clarified that more in the language the investors are expecting to hear, that would have been a positive in their favor.
Right, but I also think that they're doing the right thing by licensing this intellectual property, because I don't think they want to be in the backpack manufacturing business. I think in order to make some money, if they're going to do it, they have the right strategy to license that IP.
I agree with that strategy, and I think that if they could get someone on their board of advisors who is a licensing expert who would work with them, and it might even be worth giving up some of the equity position to have someone like that advising them. But I wish them the best.
Me too.
There's still more to come right here on Dream Funders.
Pies, chocolates, cupcakes.
They say the way to someone's heart is through their stomach, but will it be the same path to our funders' wallets?
So I hope you guys enjoy.
We'll see when our next dreamer makes her pitch on Dream Funders.
Dream Funders on WBNA is delivered by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. With support from the University of Louisville College of Business. Bring your business vision to life. UPS. Graduate debt-free. Brown & Brown Insurance. Your trusted partner. And Marketing Squad. Tell your story. Grow your business.
Welcome back to Dream Funders, delivered by Papa John's on the beautiful campus of University of Louisville. Louisville is home to countless startup success stories, none more famous than that of Papa John Schnatter, who started out in a broom closet in his father's tavern, selling off his cherished 1971 Camaro to fund a startup pizza business. That business now has 4,900 locations around the world, doing $3.5 billion a year in sales. Our next dreamer thinks she can be rolling in the dough too, with a business built on cakes and pies. Let's meet her.
Hello funders, my name is Jaleesa Anderson. I am the owner and creator of Graciously Delicious. Graciously Delicious is just basically me doing what I like to do, graciously and deliciously. It is custom-made cakes, pies, chocolates, cupcakes and cheesecakes, things of that nature that people it's just to fit them personally as a person. I have had plenty of people come to me and, hey, you know, they see that I make cakes for my kids and my family members, and they like, hey, can you make me this cake? Can you do it this way? I have this birthday party coming up, this is the theme. I have this anniversary coming up, this is the theme. And I am asking for $30,000 for 15% equity of my company. So I hope you guys enjoy as I have some samples out for you, and I hope you enjoy.
What do you think? Will Jaleesa be able to get a sweet deal from any of our funders? We'll see if any of them bite when Dream Funders returns.
Tips for Entrepreneurs, brought to you by the University of Louisville College of Business.
Here at U of L, we teach our students to know your numbers. Create a solid financial model, and if you can't do it, get someone who can. And in that financial model, know what metrics drive your revenue. Is it number of widgets sold per month? Is it number of subscribers? And then use that financial model for scenario planning. Know when your break even is. Know how much money you need or how much money you have, and then manage that money on a daily basis. Because if it doesn't work on paper, it's not going to work in the real world. I'm Suzanne Bergmeister, and I'm the Entrepreneur in Residence at University of Louisville.
Tips for Entrepreneurs, brought to you by the University of Louisville College of Business.
Welcome back to Dream Funders, where we hope to match local entrepreneurs with real-world investors. Right now, Jaleesa Anderson is making a pitch to our panel of funders, hoping to cook up a deal to kickstart her business called Graciously Delicious. Let's listen in.
I am asking for $30,000 for 15% equity of my company. So I hope you guys enjoy as I have some samples out for you, and I hope you enjoy. So far I've made $8,000. It takes me about $10 to $15 to make a cake, and my small cakes start out at $60. And it's just starting.
How do you market your product?
Right now it's via Facebook, Instagram, and my Twitter page, just my social media right now. A lot of word of mouth from, well, how it gets through my church people is through word of mouth. So I'm going to quit my job to do this full time. And I do believe that I can make about anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 in about 6-7 months.
And you've been doing this for how long?
Since February of this year, but I have been making cakes for about 2 to 3 years now for other people.
And you've made, between February and October, you've made $8,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that gross or net?
Gross.
And your net on that?
Is about $5,500. I don't go to a wholesaler right now to get all of my products, which I do have plans on doing that. I just got some information about going and buying in bulk instead of just going out and going to Kroger's and Walmart and getting all my materials. So
what was the price of the cake? 60, you said?
Starting out at 60, and that is a small cake. This would be considered a small cake, and that's $60.
Jaleesa, while they're tasting that, why don't you tell us what you'll do with that $30,000?
What I plan on doing with the $30,000 is leasing out a little bit of space so that I can have more space to bake in, so that I can make more cakes. Currently, I'm doing it out of my home, and I really need the space to kind of like branch out so that I can make more at one time, so that I can take in more orders. So that's what I definitely want to do with the $30,000, as well as marketing a little bit better, marketing outside of social media, and things of that nature.
Do you have a backlog of orders now that would require you to have the additional space?
I do. I do have quite a few people who send me messages via Facebook, via Instagram, which kind of sometimes I may have to say no because I may have like 3 or 4 already that I have to do, and being that I'm doing it out of my home, I don't want to like overcrowd my kitchen with a bunch of cake ingredients.
You can eat this bowl.
Yes, you can.
This is a sugar bowl.
Yes, you can.
I've learned something about this. My first investment on Dream Funders was a company called Copy Cake Kit. We started about a year ago, and we're now in the stages of packaging and starting to sell it in different places. We're talking to Kroger's. Are you willing to partner up with a couple other cake people?
Oh, yes. I will definitely be interested in partnering with you.
You want $30,000. That's a lot of money for where you are now.
Yes.
How about $20,000? No, let's go. How about $15,000 for 20% of your company? And if you break sales of, let's say, $50,000 in the first 8 months, does that sound like a deal that might be workable to you?
Pretty fair offer, honestly.
I do too.
For
Yes.
$8,000 in gross revenue right now, that's a terrific offer.
Yes, I do think that's a great offer.
Doing this, you'll have to partner up with these other cake people that I know, and see if you can't do better with a retail location. Where's your location now?
Right now, I'll do it out of my home.
Out of your home?
Yes.
Okay, we're working on a couple deals right now to put some retail locations on Shelbyville Road.
Oh, okay.
In the East End. So if you're willing to take $15,000 for 20%, we probably have a deal. Of course, I have to do the due diligence, but unless you all want to do a little better deal.
I'll be a customer, but I don't think I'll be an investor.
Okay,
So
I'll take the deal.
We'll do a deal.
Thank you so much. Can I shake your hand? Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Jaleesa.
She's so excited.
She is.
Well, that's another success story for Dream Funders. It looks like Phil Mason's ready to make some dough. Good for you, Jaleesa. Looks like she not only got some funding, but also a few new customers. Let's see what our U of L College of Business experts thought about her pitch. Here's Van Klaus and Suzanne Bergmeister.
I clearly like Jaleesa's enthusiasm. She understands her product, she knows how to make her product, and she's been selling it already to friends and family out of her home. She's looking at this point to try to expand her business, so that was the real purpose of her presenting to the investors here.
Right, and I agree. I love it when an entrepreneur takes something that they have a skill or they have a passion and they create a business out of it. And that is a critical point to a successful entrepreneur, I think.
One other thing, Suzanne, I thought she accepted the deal that was offered to her a little too early.
Yeah, I agree. And for a business like this, it's all a numbers game. And we're not sure that she can sell those cakes for enough money to cover all of her expenses and overhead, plus a profit. Time will tell.
Yeah, but I sure wish her the best. I'll be a customer.
Oh, I think I will be too.
We love to see success stories on Dream Funders, and we expect to see a lot more in the future. I'm Melissa Fraser, and I'll see you next time on Dream Funders.
Dream Funders on WBNA is delivered by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. With support from the University of Louisville College of Business. Bring your business vision to life. UPS. Graduate debt-free. Brown & Brown Insurance. Your trusted partner and marketing squad. Tell your story, grow your business.